The significance of the blood moon in scripture. You know, on March the 3rd of this year, 2026, there was a convergence that occurred that is in the pages of the Bible that took place with distinct prophetic spiritual rivers. These are all flowing from different books of the Bible, written by different men who lived centuries apart from one another. But all of them were pointing to the same window of time. And when you see how all of them line up together, side by side, word by word, you will not be able to explain it away. And all these prophecies point to March the 3rd, 2026, when the blood moon appeared in the sky. Now, a blood moon occurs during a total lunar eclipse, when the earth passes directly between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow over the lunar surface. While in the earth's shadow, the moon appears red. The red light cast on the moon is the effective result of all Earth's sunrises and sunsets all occurring simultaneously. Something to think about. In the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, the 1st verse, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which stands for the children of the people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. Even to that same time your people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. This verse describes a future period of unprecedented tribulation with the intervention of the archangel Michael. And in Daniel, the 12th chapter, in the 4th verse, it goes on to say, "But you, O Daniel, shall shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." Daniel was told that it was time for him to shut up the words of this prophecy and seal that book until the time of the end, which meant the full understanding would not be revealed until the appointed time, until the specific time in history, which is now. Because the angel told Daniel that the time of revelation of the prophecy, this prophecy will come when there is a rapid movement, a rapid increase in knowledge in the world in constant acceleration, where information multiplies faster than wisdom can contain it. We are living in the most saturated moment in human history. Knowledge is increasing at a rate that no previous generation could have imagined. The knowledge of man has accelerated. Things and ideas are rapidly changing every day, and everybody has an opinion about life. Life with God and life without God. Everyone has what they call valid reasoning, and they can find information to confirm some people's warped ideas. So to talk to some unbelievers only produces a debate or argument, which causes a standstill between two opposing opinions. Today, we need something more than just words in this new age. This is the computer age, the cell phone age, the social media age, the information age, the message age. And I believe God has a message for this message. In the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter, and the 31st verse, it is written, "The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of the Lord comes." This is a prophecy regarding the celestial signs preceding the day of the Lord. This is part of a sequence, a countdown, a divine clock that is running and is approaching its final stages. It is a sign of the last visible warnings. In Matthew, the 24th chapter, Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came to him privately. "Tell us," they said, What will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age? And Jesus emphasized the events that would take place before the end of the age. Jesus spoke of signs that were to come, that we are experiencing right now in these end times. False prophets, wars and rumors of wars, race against race, country against country, religion against religion, enemies in our own households with the love of many growing cold. Many of our prominent leaders are involved in the Epstein files, murdering children and eating them, the sacrificing of children, kidnapping, child pornography, drugs, sex slaves, human trafficking, idol worship, witchcraft, ice raids, and famines. Some of our leaders today in our churches, in our local and state, federal governments, and businessmen are caught up in the cycle of greed. Different natural disasters happening all over the world, like volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, landslides, bushfires, snowstorms, ice storms, the destruction of our rainforests, rivers and lakes drying up, droughts, tornadoes, and hurricanes. It's hard to tell spring from summer and fall from winter because of global warming. But Jesus goes on to say, but the end is not yet. That these things that have come upon us are birth pains. For as lightning that comes from the east is also visible even in the west, so will be his second coming. At that time, Jesus will appear in the sky, and all the nations of the earth will see him and mourn, because they will all see him coming on the clouds of the sky with power and great glory. He tells us to learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. So, when you see all these things, you know that it is near, right at the door. He said, this generation will not pass away until all these things have happened. And in Matthew, the 24th chapter and the 29th verse, it is written, the sun and moon will be darkened and the stars will fall, indicating signs in the sky. Jesus was reaching back into the prophecy of Joel in the 2nd chapter and the 31st verse. They are part of the same event, the same divine sequence. And in Revelations, the 6th chapter, in this chapter, it talks about the 6 seals that are open in sequence. The first 4 seals release the 4 horsemen, the conquest, war, famine, and death. Also, economic hardship, widespread suffering. The 5th seal reveals the cry of the righteous who are endured and who are enduring persecution, calling out from beneath the altar, how long, O Lord, how long? And then comes the 6th seal. The sun goes dark and the moon turns to blood. The earth shakes, the sky rolls up like a scroll, and the powerful people of the earth hide in caves and among the rocks, saying to the mountains, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne. Look at what is happening now and again. Economic hardships, the wealth gap widening, families stretched to their limits, widespread suffering across nations, and the cries of the oppressed going unanswered by human institutions. And now on March the 3rd, 2026, the moon turning to blood red while earth shakes in Iran, also known in the past as Persia. In Revelations 12, and there appeared a great wonder in the heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head, who is pregnant, travailing in birth pains. This describes the cosmic spiritual conflict